Hi everybody, welcome to this video. If you're new here, my name is Aaliyah and I do tarot and intuitive readings, and I also have some personal blogs up on this channel. This video, as you can tell by the title, is different than most of my readings, different than all of my readings I've ever done. I don't generally do love readings, but I am obsessed with love and I think it could be really empowering and fun to create and find and tell a story of what your harmonious love story will look like. So yeah, take what resonates, use your discernment. This doesn't have to be for everybody. And one other thing that I want to add is when it comes to doing tarot readings, if not for anything else, like if you want to connect with these readings but you can't find or create meaning because somehow you need proof or you need it to be real or you need it to be more solid, look at it this way. The story that a reader tells when they read the cards is a story, and sometimes those stories resonate with really, really deep parts in people, and that's what creates this connection and this trust in tarot, of other things. And stories are so powerful because they touch on different aspects of what makes us human. And so when we listen to a story, we can take different pieces of it and connect with them to remind ourselves who we are and what's possible, and to kind of calibrate our mind and our emotions in a direction that we want. So that's kind of one way that I love looking at these, tarot reading videos on YouTube, because understanding it for me in that way creates this ease and this spaciousness and this openness and receptivity, with, both channeling these messages and also receiving them. So take that if it resonates, and let us tell a harmonious love story. And I will say, if you do resonate with what's shared in this video, then it's likely that you're going to be living a story or the same story or a very similar story to what I'm going to tell. So let's tell a story. What does your harmonious love story look like? Happily ever after. So right away, whoever it is that you wind up with, there's going to be this undeniable, intuitive knowing that this is it. The way that you connect with love in relationships is rooted in your intuitive trust and knowing. This represents a character who trusts and knows. The Judgment card is honestly like a God card to me, because this card represents, similar to the Wheel card, but it's like a bigger picture. It's like the overarching wheel of time and like the scheme of causality in the universe. Cause and effect, karma, conditions, and consequences. Like, those are the energies that I associate with the Judgment archetype. And then with the High Priestess, this is just psychic intuition, knowing. This is intuition. This is pure intuition and pure psychic ability, unimpeded. So you have this psychic connection, this knowing, and this faith. Like this combination of cards represents faith to me. Judgment with another powerful major arcana symbolizes faith to me, and knowing and trust, because this, like I was saying, speaks to this grand overarching scheme or theme of the universe and these conditions and causality and consequences, all this stuff. And it's almost as if you can sense the behind the scenes workings that are happening. That's how I read these. So yeah, it's an empowering start. Okay, what else? What else should we know about your harmonious love story? Ooh, okay. You also have a very, very intuitive sense of direction and sense of guidance. The Chariot came out immediately after. You walk in your, you walk in your faith with utter confidence, and it's like a quiet confidence because you know, like you can't be fooled, in other words. And you just trust, you just have a deep trust. And sometimes when your faith is unshakable, when your faith is so true and so there, it's like not every relationship or connection or circumstance outside of you will be able to reflect that back to you. So that's just one thing to note. You may have experienced some of that, but you might also have connections or have support or have that external reflection back to you of your deep faith. I hope that makes sense. But I mean, I've noticed that that's just something that happens. And so, yeah, like sometimes the intensity of your faith and your trust is so deep that there are moments where you doubt whether you're delusional because you believe in something that people around you aren't talking about, people around you don't see. But you know exactly how to move towards that. And it's clear. It's like I'm just seeing green lights in my mind and snapping fingers and this phrase, okay, go. That's the energy of the Chariot coming out after these cards. Like, you just trust. You are just so full of trust. And then with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords, this could be a couple different things. You might have multiple suitors interested in you. And this also, to me, represents how different people, whether it's people or like energies, there's this energy around you where, again, people or energies or whatever form it comes in, there's this spiritual like desire to serve. So the King of Swords, whether this comes in the form of a program that's already built into your mind that allows you to have this like killer clarity, this killer sense of discernment, this like cutting awareness, this is like the sword of truth, literally the sword of truth. This person is blind because they don't need sight because they have the sword of truth. The handle of the sword has an eye, and the sword is pointed at a seeing eye directly, and the eye is seeing around and informing the yielder of the sword where to strike. That was a very waxy, poetic way of just saying that you're surrounded right now by the energy of killer discernment. Like killer discernment, literally. Illusions, lies, anything that's not of God just wiped out. It's powerful. It's very powerful. And then the Knight of Pentacles, this could represent a person who wants to serve you. This could also represent being slowly courted. And it could also represent having support regarding like resources. So if there is some kind of project or endeavor or something that you want to pursue, you're being supported, you have the resources, you have either people or spirits that want to give you what you need to go make it happen. But in relation to love, I feel like you are in this energy right now of receptivity and laying back, like you're grounded in your decisions and your actions. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. So what's happening next in your harmonious love story? Okay, so what's happening next, or even what is currently happening, you have the Seven of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Moon, all clarified by the Knight of Wands. So this represents cutting through deception, cutting through lies. You could be like going through some experience in love, in relationships, in romance that's allowing you to grow and see a truth more clearly. It could quite literally be represented by being deceived to or being lied to, or having something hidden from you. But it could also represent, with the Page of Swords here, it's like between these energies, Seven of Swords and Moon, this is like deception, lies, lack of transparency, lack of clarity, and maybe a bit of overthinking as well, or lost thinking, or thinking with not so much direction to it. And the Moon is like this emotional ambiguity. And between these two cards, because we have the Page of Swords, I get the sense that you are going to be in a situation, or you are in a situation where you're gonna have to use your intellectual and also intuitive discernment and act on that. Like you are kind of in this discovery mode where it's like you're open-minded and you're allowing information to come to you. You're also not necessarily holding back if you have anything to say, with the Page of Swords. So you're going to be in a situation where you're navigating some emotional ambiguity, some lack of clarity, with a sense of clarity, with a sense of, leading with the truth, and communication if the need arises to communicate. And then clarifying these cards, we have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like whatever it is that you learn from this situation, whatever it is that you learn from the situation, you're going to be applying that knowledge, and you might feel like a new burst of inspiration, or like a reconnection to your sense of power and your sense of passion and purpose, and like pursuing whatever it is that you believe in or crave or desire. Like this also speaks to like appetite, like zeal for life, zest for life, passion, spunk, gusto, all those things. So yeah, it's an interesting little moment there. So let's see, I want to ask, what is the overarching theme or desire for your harmonious love story, and how do you want it to kind of be shaped? How do you want it to feel, to look? What is the overarching quality of your love story? So this, okay, let's see. Hold off on clarifying that, but right away what came out was, it's like you want to feel brave, you want to feel this sense of childlike wonder and passion and enthusiasm, and you want this feeling of freedom to pursue what ignites your spirit. It's like the energy of this is a very childlike, youthful, inspired, adventurous kind of energy. And then with the Nine of Swords, I don't want to feel discouraged or disheartened that this is coming out in an ideal love reading story. But the way that I see this is like, in love, you want this feeling of, with whoever you're going to share it with, like the support and the power and the energy of this love connection. You want it to, and you're waiting for the person, the situation that allows you to be in your youthful, free, childlike, expressive energy, and to kind of confront or conquer your like demons, your anxieties, you know, all these like insecurities and all the pain and literally everything that has ever coursed through your psyche, your body, whatever, your emotions that has caused you anxiety or distress or pain or whatever. Anything that has this kind of quality, like, you want that complemented by an energy in love. It's like you want to share your own sense of confidence, passion, and youthful, uninhibited, childlike wonder and sense of adventure. You want that feeling. Sorry, I'm like trying to put the words together, so sorry if I'm like repeating myself or scrambling a little bit, but it's like you want this feeling to provide light and support around the vulnerability that you feel. So it's like, in the relationship that you have, there will be this quality and this feeling of sharing. It's like this beautiful contrast between like the like your deepest, darkest, most traumatic parts of yourself and the like liberation and the freedom that can come from that. So it's like you probably already, you know this dynamic in yourself, but it's like in your ideal love connection, you will find someone where you can share that. And so when you're down in the trenches, like, they're gonna be there with you, and they're gonna provide and really amplify and mirror your youthful, resilient, spirited energy. So it's like, the image that I get with these cards is like you're on the ground and then you blast up. You're just like launching off of the most bouncy trampoline in the universe, and you're just launching towards your dreams and towards adventure and this spirited, full kind of feeling. So yeah, that's what I see. I'm gonna leave this here. Let me know if this resonated. Leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for more videos. Liking and commenting helps the algorithm, so if this resonated for you and you think that someone else could benefit from this, then help me out and help other people out as well by liking and commenting. I also offer personal readings, private readings, so if you want to work with me personally, send me a message here on YouTube, and I will be happy to work something out with you. All the info for my offerings is in the description of this video, so check it out if you want to learn more. And I'll see you next time.